Hello? Yes, they are doing it. Sorry. Yeah, new session. Okay.
Thank you very much. And now it's time to introduce all of our semifinals. The game of non-starters. The visiting team, Nova Titans. Number 4, Kira Wilkinson. Number 11, Tira Alexander. Number 15, Denisha Roberts. Number 41, Akila Johnson. Number 22, Rashani Powers. Number 42, Kiani Lowry.
All right, welcome back to the Lakeland Center here in Lakeland, Florida for the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. We move on to Class 7A, the semifinals. Today, Nova Titans at 25-3 taking on the Sebastian River Sharks at 23-3, our first of two 7A semifinals. I'm Marty Paulman, rejoining you from the Lakeland Center, joined now by the head coach at Palm Beach Atlantic University. We've moved past the high school coach. You've got a college coach here, Clarice Garcia, joining us here this afternoon. And It's good to be with you, Coach.
It's great to be here. Awesome day for basketball. I know that much.
And a lot of fun being here in Lakeland. These are always great. These basketball finals, a state champion will be crowned tomorrow in 4 classes. But today we have more semifinals. And by the way, if you want to buy a DVD of this broadcast for memory for a family member or friend or even a fan of these teams, go to FHSAAsports.com. We'll have DVDs of every game this week in the girls basketball finals and the boys basketball finals next week here from Lakeland. Again, that's FHSAAsports.com. But this meeting coming up, we're going to see Davie Nova, who last was here in 2009. They lost to Lake Howell in the 5A championship game 50-39. And then Sebastian River comes in, their first ever appearance in the state semifinals. So maybe a little jitters, who knows, early in this game.
You never know, but they look quite composed over there, so that's a good thing. Sebastian
River coached by Terry Amy in her 12th year with 213 wins and 96 losses. And again, this is Sebastian River's first trip to the state finals. And Nova High School, Jason Hively, their head coach, in his 5th year with 116 and 24 record. And they were again state finalists in 2009, regional semifinalists a year ago. And we look at these starting lineups for Nova. Khadijah Young, a 5'7" senior guard, number 2. Number 3 is senior guard, 5'7", Zakara Bailey. Number 12, senior guard, Jasmine Kelly at 5'6". Number 14, sophomore guard, 5 guards, okay, Bernadette Devaney at 5'7". And also number 24, Trelady English-Lurie, a 5'7" senior guard for the Nova Titans, who again enter with a record of 25-3. And for Sebastian River, the Sharks with a record of 23-3. Number 4 guard, Rakia Jones, a 5'4" senior guard. Number 5, Candria Pound, a 6-foot junior forward. Number 22, 5'7" junior guard, Mia Shepard. Number 23, 5'10" senior guard, Brittany Jackson. And number 24, 5'10" sophomore forward, Michaela Martinelli. Well, Coach, glad to have you here. And I'm sure it's kind of loud in here. I know we got a good crowd here this afternoon. A lot of folks from Nova have made the trip, and also from Sebastian River. But this will be the first of 7A semifinals coming up. We'll have Buchholz and Haines City a little bit later today.
Yeah, so the good thing is, you look at both lineups, and Nova does look guard dominant, but they do a really good job with how they navigate without a post, and so it'll be interesting to see. No one really looks like they're over 6 feet. So
yeah, we won't have a lot of big players. We'll have 5 guards starting for Nova. And in fact, looking at their lineup, the tallest player they have is 5'11". And on the other side, Sebastian River, well, they also have a 5'11" player. So really, actually, they do have one 6-foot player, Candria Pound. So other than that, it looks like we'll have a bit of a guard matchup today between these two teams as we get started. Nova will be wearing the green uniforms with the white letters and numerals, the green pants with gold stripes, the shorts, and Sebastian River with the white uniforms, blue letters and numerals, blue and white stripes, as we get ready for action between Nova and Sebastian River.
And I know in talking to Coach Jason Hively, he's preaching on his defense, and if it's anything of how they typically do, it is full court pressure, man-to-man, force them into turnovers. And if it's anything consistent with how the coaches have been preaching, it's all defense.
Nova's road to Lakeland. They beat Coconut Creek 72-58. South Broward 52-42. South Broward's been to Lakeland many times. And then Palm Beach Lake 68-42 in the region final. They won Region 4. Sebastian River defeated Sarasota 63-54. Port Charlotte 63-61. And Clearwater 67-52. Winners of Region 3. Sebastian River wins the opening tip. We're underway. And this is Rakia Jones, and she'll get it to the left wing. Number 23, Brittany Jackson, top of the key 3 right away is an air ball by Candria Pound, and the ball out of bounds will go back out to the Nova Titans for their first possession of the game.
And it's interesting to see their first shot. There is no shot clock, so there's no forced shots. Well, and so it's a 3 from a couple feet behind. I know, got to look to pound it inside even though there's no post presence.
And Nova with their first possession. That is something to get used to in high school basketball. No shot clock, as underneath, shot missed by Khadijah Young. But a foul as Nova had the rebound. Sebastian River going to get called for the first foul of the game. It's going to go on Brittany Jackson, her first. And 29 seconds into the game, Nova will inbound as the inbounds pass is kicked out of bounds by the Sharks. And we'll see teams take the air out of the ball, hold it for a couple minutes at a time sometimes. Something to get used to is Nova trying to throw it in. That's Kelly throwing it in, now driving the baseline. And at the top of the key, now in the left corner, this is Bernadette Devaney. She'll try about a 15-footer left baseline. She hits the shot. Devaney, a sophomore, gets the first shot of the game, and Nova takes a 2-0 lead.
And that's what she does. She's a shooter, shoot, and she's obviously contributing early, and she's only a sophomore amongst seniors, so that's good for her.
Driving all the way down and laying it in is Brittany Jackson. Nice move by Jackson, who enters the game as the second leading scorer, averaging 13.8 a game. Candria Pound averages almost 20 a game for Sebastian River. And on the Nova side, three in double figures. Khadijah Young at 13.1. Devaney averages 11.8 a game, and Zakara Bailey at 10. So nice balanced scoring effort for Nova. There's a baseline jumper. It's an air ball. This time by number 24, English Lurie. And now Sebastian River. We're tied 2-all.
And both teams in a man-to-man pressure defense.
Jones hits a jumper from about 8 feet in the middle of the paint. Markia Jones gives Sebastian River their first lead of the game, 4-2. Now Nova working it around. This is Jasmine Kelly at the top of the key. Now running the point for the Nova Titans. Looking for someone to come open. Now gets it to Devaney left wing. Now back to Kelly. Like Sebastian River kind of moving around on defense. On the right baseline, pass to the free throw line. Kelly fakes and then has it taken away, stolen by Martinelli, and it's stolen right back by Young. Young underneath to Devaney, who lays it in and draws the foul.
Great defense tip there by Jasmine Kelly. Got her hands on it, was able to tip it to Young and foul.
And Nova picks up the chance or the basket there. Devaney has 4. The foul is on Michaela Martinelli, her first, second team fouls. The free throw is good, and Devaney has all 5 of Nova's points early, and they lead it by 1, 5-4.
And it's really interesting in their game against Palm Beach Lakes. Didn't hit one until the third quarter, so she's making her presence known early. And
they won that game by 26, did Nova, as it's knocked out of bounds by Kelly. Again, moving towards the ball, quickness there, almost forced another steal. And Sebastian River will inbound right at half court. This will be Mia Shepard to throw it in. Now gets it into Candria Pound. Pound to the right wing, driving all the way in, and got around the defender, was able to lay it in off the glass.
And that's what she does well. You know, if you're in that situation and you realize she's driving on you, you got to call for help so someone can seal that off so you don't get an easy layup.
KD Pound, they call her, hits the shot, and that's 6-5. Sebastian River back up 1. Now Kelly over to Zakara Bailey. Now back to Kelly, top of the key. Kelly being guarded by Shepard. Well, she'll pull it back out as we have 5:14 to go first quarter. Good back and forth start between these two teams in this 7A semifinal. The winner will play tomorrow at 5:05 for the 7A state championship. Again, the winner gets the win of our second game between Buchholz and Haines City. 3 left corner, Devaney no good. Back to rim, loose ball in the 4-1 by the Lady Sharks. Here comes Mia Shepard. And now off to Brittany Jackson. Jackson fouled right near the top of the key. That'll be the first foul of the game on Nova.
She did a really good job of controlling the ball there, and can't bump her though on that drive. I know she saw her teammate on the opposite side, and she was wide open. She would have made that shot, I'm sure, but can't foul her.
Trelani English Lurie picked up the foul, her first. Now Jackson turnaround, doesn't go, short of the rim, rebounded by Nova. Here comes Jasmine Kelly. Now Kelly driving all the way to the baseline, shot doesn't go, but Jasmine Kelly will shoot 2. As she almost gets the chance for the 3-point play. Just missed that shot off the front of the rim. Third foul of the game on Sebastian River. First on Mia Shepard, and Kelly will shoot 2.
And Coach Hively is very, very proud of what Kelly has done for his program. He says they're not the same team without her, that she makes them tick. She distributes the ball well. She helps remind them that they have unselfish play as their key.
And Nova, again, has been in the playoffs regularly since Jason Hively came there. In fact, all but 1 year in his 5 years there. And again, state runners-up in 2009. They lost that year to Lake Howell by 11. Last year, regional semifinals in 2008, and again, district champs in Final Four this year. 7-6 Nova by 2. Driving and missing the shot underneath is Jones. Rebound by Pound, and we'll have a jump ball as Pound is tied up, and that'll get the ball back to Nova with 4:20 to go here in the opening quarter.
And one of the things we hope to see, you know, is balance scoring with Nova and Sebastian just establishing presence there.
Now ball knocked away on the floor. Loose ball ends up with Rashanti Cowart, but she will be tied up, and that'll get the ball right back to Sebastian River. So there's another turnover, actually a jump ball force. So back and forth we go on the possession arrow to go back to Sebastian River.
And Nova setting up into their pressure full court defense.
Pound across court to Martinelli. Now handed off to Shepard across half court. Now back to Markia Jones. Top of the key, Jackson trying to get around Young, and now instead the Pound, 3 left wing, is in and out. But the rebound by Martinelli, she had it knocked out of her hands. That ball will stay with Sebastian River.
But I was going to say that's definitely a shot KP needs to take. You know, you have a teammate draw the defense completely in the lane, and you're wide open. You got to take that shot.
She averages 18, 19 points a game. She thinks she can make that as we have our first media timeout. 3:44 to go first quarter. Nova leading Sebastian River 7-6. Marty Paulman along with the coach Clarice Garcia. And Coach, tell a little bit about yourself if you want to. I know you're at Palm Beach Atlantic as a head coach, but been down in Florida for years. Tell a little bit about your background as a coach.
A little bit about my background. I am not a native Floridian, but I love the state like it's my own. I know. I love the state.
That's good.
I absolutely love the warm weather, everything about it. But what brought me down here, I was an assistant at Stetson for a year before taking the head coaching position at Palm Beach Atlantic University. Just finished my second season there, and so really looking to grow the program. They've never had a winning season, and so now it's time that changes. And that's our program goal, win a national championship. So every time we see champions crowned here, I just get that taste, and I want it.
That's quite a goal. I mean, everyone wants to win. I know, and you mentioned you played at Villanova for 4 years in the Big East, so you had quite an experience there. And you know, I know as we'll get back to action, Pound misses the shot. How is the challenge of being a head coach at the college level? I mean,
well, I was going to use this as my calling. I was a broadcast journalism major, and now coaching. You just definitely get led down different career paths. You know, got opened the door for me to get into coaching, but it is. It's such passive control. That's all I can say.
Driving and having.
They could do everything, get you a wide open shot. I just can't make it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? We'll drill and we'll train and we'll practice that shot. But when it comes down to it, I'll give you the confidence. But you're gonna either make that shot or miss that shot. You know.
Young is fouled by Khadijah Young, fouled by Sebastian Rivers.
Quite a hard
Shepard,
foul
that's her
at that.
second. It was, and it'll be Nova ball. I tell you, the other thing about it is when you go from being a player to a coach, I guess you realize that you can't control it anymore. As a player, you can control what's going on the floor. As a coach, you can't control any of it. It's what your players do. So, I know that at first I may be a little bit like, man, I know I just got to be patient with this. That's got to be part of it.
Absolutely, and you just have to understand that it is a process. And I think one of the best quotes I heard about that is just that the fun is in the becoming. And so as you watch these young women transition and transform and grow, that's the beauty of it. And teaching them how to just be young women that can be productive in society, and that basketball is more than just a game.
Well, here's Kelly now over into the right corner for 3. Devaney, no good, but the rebound ends up with Bailey. Zakara Bailey will pull it back out. Now cross court to Nova's Jasmine Kelly again, and he'll have a new set here for the Titans. Driving in, this is Duncanson. She's able to lay it in. Kira Duncanson scores, and now it's 9-6. Her first basket coming in off the bench, and Nova has a 3-point lead.
Absolutely, you know, they're shooting a 40% from the floor, and that helps them out. You know, if they keep with it, that'll for sure increase their chances of having high efficiency in offense.
Yeah, both teams really playing well with the ball. Only 1 turnover for both so far, so doing a good job of holding on to the ball, shooting her over 40% are both. So that's a good start as well for these teams. Nova
haven't seen a 3 made yet, though.
And there's a try, and well, there you go. You called it. Markella Martinelli hits a 3 from the left corner. You know you predicted it.
You know you can will things, right?
That's right, exactly. It's 9-all. First 3 of the game for either team as Martinelli hits it for the Lady Sharks.
I wonder if I can do that all game.
I don't know. Well, I'd like to see that. We'll call you a soothsayer if you are, but Kelly pulls it back.
I have to change my profession.
It's tied up 9-all. Kelly now at the free throw line over in the right corner. Devaney, and she traveled. And that will be a Nova. And then I predicted a turnover, I guess, because I said there weren't any turnovers.
Well, it was right. It was the right idea. She had a defender running at her, and so that was the right move. You just obviously have to keep that pivot foot planted, or else the refs are going to see it, going to call it.
So Sebastian River beats press across half court. Pound almost went over and back, but over to Jones, and the ball knocked out of bounds will stay with Sebastian River.
And that is exactly where you would want to trap someone. You just can't let that offensive person split the trap like that. But she did a really good job of baiting it, seeing it, not folding under pressure, and getting it to an open teammate.
Lady Sharks inbounds is Katie Taylor. Now Keandria Pound, who has 2 points, leading scorer for the Sharks, into the corner to Taylor, and she going to call a foul. Actually, she got pushed out of bounds.
There's only so much you can do to play the passing lane, and then your body gets in control sometimes.
That's the first foul on Khadijah Young, so the second personal on Nova. So the Lady Sharks will inbound again. And knocked away as Duncanson tried to get a steal in the passing lane, and that did not make Coach Hively very happy over there. He was unhappy.
You can touch it, you can grab it, I swear.
Sebastian inbounds. Another three. That is way out. That's good by Katie Taylor. So all of a sudden, the Sharks hit back-to-back threes. Boy, they are high arcing too.
They are, and that was definitely deep range. And for the year so far, she's 30 for 62, almost shooting 50%. And with that range, that's got to draw some defense out that way.
Driving the baseline, and the shot blocked. Kelly has her shot blocked underneath, but then Pound throws it away, but it goes off of Duncanson, and it'll stay with Sebastian River. Last minute of the first quarter, 52.4 seconds to go, and it's a 12-9 lead, and the Lady Sharks with back-to-back threes have taken their lead.
With a 6-0 run?
The 6-0 run late in the first period. Not a very high-scoring first quarter, but those 2 threes making the difference.
Absolutely.
Martinelli now over to Taylor. Martinelli almost had it knocked away, then lost it. Nope, they're going to say it went off of Devaney. Couldn't tell if she knocked it off of Martinelli or not, but it will be Sebastian River ball. 31 seconds to go. And we got Jason Hively talking to the official across the way. Maybe a little bit too much contact for him there.
Contact and probably questionable call on which one actually touched it.
Now, as a coach, how much talking do you do to the refs? Because I always like asking coaches this.
I think my first year I did a little too much. This year, definitely trying to work on that natural human fleshly response.
Pound throws it away to Devaney, and Devaney able to get it ahead to Young, who lays it in, her first basket. And the steal leads to the basket for Nova. They trail it by 1, 12-11.
And that's a good position to be. 1 point is definitely a better differential than being down 3.
Martinelli gets it in to Jackson now with 5 seconds, 4 to Pound. She'll try a long 2 left wing. It's in and out, no good. And the rebound to Nova. That'll be the end of the first quarter. So good back and forth.
Yeah, I thought they had them at the trap, but Jones was not Jones. Let's see. Duncanson was a little late in that cutting off that other offensive player. So.
Well, that is the end of the first quarter of our first Class 7A semifinal. Sebastian River 12 and Nova 11. We'll return to Lakeland in just a moment for the second quarter. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Marty Paulman with Clarice Garcia back here in Lakeland as we go to the second quarter. It's 12-11, Sebastian River Sharks leading the Nova Titans in our first Class 7A semifinal. And Coach, it's we thought we'd have a pretty competitive game, and well, so far we're getting that. Only a 1 point deficit.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams coming into it have preached defense, and every coach I've talked to, they're preaching defense, and so if they can maintain that, sustain it, both teams, it'll be interesting to see how they can generate offense to counter that.
Well, it's Nova ball to start the second quarter as Kelly running the point. Now, and I know I brought this. I'm going to bring it up again in a minute because I didn't get to it too much. As English Lurie will try a 3, no good. But the whole talking to officials. Now, because I like talking to coaches about it, because do you think it helps in the end? Does it help you Does it make them think? Do they change anything? I mean, I don't know.
have seen it both ways.
Okay.
I have not talked to a ref all game, or maybe a couple times, and I still don't get a call. And I have seen refs harass and berate officials and not get technicals and come out on top. So there is no exact science. And, you know, when it comes down to it, the refs are trying to do their job. And I just know that if I'm talking to the refs, I'm not talking to my players. And so I'm really trying to make a concerted effort, you know, unless it's something, you know, just in passing, just brief. Don't want to harp too much on them because I don't want my players talking to the refs, getting attitudes with the refs. And so it's definitely not something we advocate in our program.
Well, Katie Pound scores for Sebastian River. She has 4, so it's a 3-point lead for the Lady Sharks, 14-11. Nova, here's English Lurie over to the right corner, now in trouble, and has it stolen away. Brittany Jackson got in front of the pass. She's driving in and lays it up and in.
Great steal by Brittany Jackson, and she's a current McDonald's All-American.
Yeah.
And, you know, going to Georgia Tech, and that will be huge for them.
Top 20 team, Georgia Tech, and the ACC is. She's had a big year, and Jackson with 4 early in this one. And it's a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game for either team. Brittany Jackson coming in, averaging almost 20 points a game, actually. As Nova driving in, missing the shot, but getting fouled is Khadijah Young. Actually, it says 14 points a game. Pound averages 20. And Brittany Jackson at 14. But that was a nice steal there and a drive to the hoop with a foul that time.
And
Goes on
just
Pound.
composure and poise and attacking and finishing.
Pound with her first foul, but the free throw is missed by Khadijah Young. She'll get another. As the foul is the 5th on Sebastian River with a little bit more than 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
And I know Young's at the line right now, and I know personally we'll be seeing a lot more of her. She's signed with Nova Southeastern University, so she'll be on my scouting reports.
Which is right next door to Nova High School there, as the second free throw is short, so 0 for 2 there. Now Brittany Jackson over the right wing. Martinelli will try a 3. No good. Right side of the rim.
Out.
Almost had that one, and the ball tipped away to Khadijah Young.
And English Lurie ran all the way down the court.
Young all the way in, too. Misses the layup, though, and the rebound ends up with Pound. Now to Jackson.
And you can tell they put English Lurie, you know, on KP.
Brittany Jackson with
to prevent that.
There is about to say. And then Brittany Jackson, it's one from way out. 7 for Jackson. That's the 3rd 3 of the game for the Lady Sharks, who suddenly lead it by 8, 19-11, and they've gone on a 7-0 run to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's that's 6 points in NBA range we're talking about. So, you know, as a coach, you need to tell them just, hey, you know, if their body's squared, if their feet are squared, and they're looking at the rim, 9 times out of 10, that shot's going up.
Well, that was a good-looking shot, and we saw Taylor and Martinelli have hit long threes in the first quarter for the Sharks. It seems like their shot is bringing rain. It's so high up there, but hey, that works.
Absolutely, and it'll just be interesting now if Nova starts closing out long, if they'll be able to counter that with drives to the basket, mid-range pull-ups, and those sorts of things. Because, you know, now that both of them have hit outside shots, it creates more scoring opportunities for them because you square your shoulders, bait that defense to run at you, and then you attack.
Well, an 8-point lead in our first 7A semifinal. As the winner of this game will play tomorrow for the 7A title as a 3 hit by Zakara Bailey, her first basket.
Bailey's like, let me try this. Everyone else is.
And that's the first 3 of the game for the Titans of Nova, who now trail it by 5, 19-14. Jackson now again to Martinelli. That's a long 2. That's no good back of the rim. And the rebound with Khadijah Young again. Now Young on the run.
And she was trying to get someone there, but no one was ahead of her except Bernadette on the wing.
Bailey all the way in, misses the shot off the glass. Went from the top of the 3-point line, and then Bailey almost had a steal. Pound comes up with a loose ball, and now
they need to get it over the half court.
Jones, and they don't have it. They don't have a time rule in girls basketball either, as far as I know. So, but that's one good advantage too about that is Jackson will try a long 3 again. That was a little bit too far out, but the loose ball goes to Khadijah Young. Young with a 3-on-1, and then the pass goes back to Young. That was a good idea.
Great unselfish play, and that's what Coach Hively preaches. He wants his players to be unselfish kids who work hard, and passing the ball around, distributing it like that will get you offensive opportunities.
Trilani English Lurie, and I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but you're right, she passed it right back. She knew the defender was coming on her. Good play as Young now has 4. It's back to a 3-point game. There's an air ball by Pound, who had a defender right in her face outside the free throw line, and it'll be a turnover back to Nova.
It looked like she was thinking about kicking it to someone low in the low block, but that's the thing about when you make an air pass like that. Once you take off, you got to do something with it, because if not, it's travel. So I guess next best was chuck up a shot like that, but got to have a better shot selection.
So Nova ball, now down 3. They've scored the last 5 points after falling behind by 8. There's Kelly back near half court. Now she'll dribble near the top of the key. Over into the left corner. It's Bailey for 3 and hits that one as well.
Right in KP Pound's face, but couldn't see from here, but I don't know if she went out there with a hand up, but it did not look like it.
Bailey's hit back-to-back 3s, and the game tied 19-all, and Nova forces a turnover.
Great defensive play there by English Lurie.
So after Sebastian River goes on a 7-0 run, Nova goes on an 8-0 run, and we're tied again, and Nova will have the ball, and that'll bring us to our second quarter media timeout. 3:31 left. We're tied 19-all, and I don't know. I don't like belaboring the point because we're in the middle of the game. But you mentioned the thing about refs, but I wonder if you stay on them, Wouldn't a referee finally be like, you know what, I'm not doing anything for you the rest of this game?
Well,
and that could probably happen.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it both ways.
But they don't handle players, right? If you don't want the players doing it, because I know referees don't deal with players doing that at all.
Yeah, and so it's just, I think it's an individual person thing, and I think some refs give other refs a bad rep, because I've had my fair share of good ones and great ones.
That's right. Now you played high school in Pittsburgh.
In the Pittsburgh area, correct? Yeah.
So did your team make it to this level when you were in high school? Did you ever get to play a chance to play the championship game like that, or a semifinal?
Yeah, not in states. My first championship I won was in 8th grade. We weren't supposed to have a team, and we won in 8th grade, and rallied some cheerleaders, got everyone. I was like, hey, we're playing, we're winning, and we won.
Okay.
And then my first high school, we won a district championship, and then I transferred high schools and did not do as well as we would have liked there.
I'm just thinking as Devaney tries a 3, it's short. It's just got to be a lot of fun. It's a little intimidating maybe coming into a place like this, but they're going to say it stays with Sebastian River as Nicole Clark looked like she lost it, but they call it off Nova. But this is a lot bigger than a high school gym. You're coming in here, you're shooting, and that's the thing that everyone asks, the shooting background. There isn't any. There's nothing behind the basket.
Exactly, and we kind of talked about that last game, but one of the things you notice is when you go to these high school gyms, there's always a wall or stands, but nothing equivalent to this, and so you get players in this sort of situation, and it's like us going to play at the Carrier Dome, and that is, it's intimidating because you don't have that perspective, that perception's off.
Here's Brittany Jackson off the steal as the ball was thrown away that time by Bailey, and we'll have a foul coming up against Nova.
Yeah, it's on Young, and it was a valiant effort at a charge, but she just did not have her feet set, so that is talking officiating. That was a great call.
There you go. See, you don't hear coaches say that a lot. Great call. Second foul on Khadijah Young.
I'll tell them at halftime.
Third team foul. The Titans inbounds pass goes into the corner, and another 3 good for Katie Taylor. Freshman off the bench hits her second 3.
Cannot leave her open. She's building confidence with each shot she releases.
22-19, and both teams shooting the 3-ball well here in the first half. The Sharks move back ahead by 3 with that latest shot. Here's Devaney left wing. Now to Kelly. Kelly will pull back near half court.
And one of the things I would like Nova to do a little more is look to penetrate more, get more looks inside. But one of the things with Sebastian is they obviously are trying to prevent that, and they're packing it very well.
Trelani English Lurie now top of the key. Now across to the left wing to Kelly again. Now top of the key again, Devaney. We now have 2:08 to go in the quarter. Devaney, good pass underneath, although Bailey hit the bottom of the basket, and Pound with a rebound. And Pound in trouble, and we'll have a timeout called, and a good timeout called by Terry Amy as her player was in trouble there. And that'll be the first timeout called by Sebastian River. Both now have 4 remaining. And and you just said something that piqued my interest, playing in the Carrier Dome, which is the biggest arena in college basketball. So that, I know, 40,000 people, that's something. That's got to be something.
Well, the interesting thing is that it would be the way they do the court, well, for the women anyway, the men, they do it differently, but for the women, they put the court lengthwise with the end zone. So
Yeah,
it's almost
okay.
parallel with the end zone, so it has,
Gotcha.
has that effect, so it's not so long. But it's loud and it's big, and the backboards are clear, and so you just see space behind
That's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, it's really loud.
And, yeah, thank God the rim is orange, or else you might lose that too.
Taylor across half. Everything's orange there, right? Yeah, it's got to be right at the carrier dome.
The Orangeman.
Yeah, just the orange now. It's kind of strange. His pound shot off the glass is good. I can't get used to calling them the orange. They're always going to be the Orangemen. I know they changed that name, but 5-point lead.
We're in such a society where we try and abbreviate and shorten, and texting lingo doesn't surprise me that is transitioned to mascots.
5-point lead. Well, they do have a giant orange for a mascot, so that works. But Otto has the drive to the basket, missing the shot as English Lurie. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
And going in off balance like that, Sebastian needs to be a little smarter about not fouling there, because she definitely bailed her out with a foul.
And that's the first foul on Nicole Clark. 16 fouls on Sebastian River, only 3 against Nova. Pretty quick moving first half, 1:12 to go, second quarter. And English Lurie, who's scoreless today, is going to shoot 2 with their team down 5.
And, one of the things that's so important in games like this, if it continues to be a close game, free throws are going to be a factor, and hitting them early is going to only help you down the stretch.
Nova now 4 of 6 at the line, and Sebastian Rivers yet to attempt one in the first half. So you're right, but if we continue, as it looks like we're going to have a close game for most of this. Right now, a 4-point lead for Sebastian River, who led by 1 at the end of the first quarter. The second free throw is good for English Lurie. She's 2 for 2 there. It's a 3-point lead for the Lady Sharks.
And that's exactly what you want, because now it's a 1-possession game. It's a 2-possession game with 1:05 remaining.
Jackson across half court to Pound. Both teams are wearing fluorescent yellow and look like gold shoes. Some of them are wearing gold shoes, not everyone. As Pound will throw it back out to a 3, top of the key. Good again. Boy, Katie Taylor, 3 threes in the first half.
She came in ready today, and that is thoroughly impressive.
Driving and missing the shot is English Lurie, and the loose ball ends up in the hands of Brittany Jackson. Taylor, by the way, averages 6 points a game this season. She has 9 in the first half. Talk about stepping up on the big stage.
And that is so exciting, and it's such a prime opportunity, because this stage is anyone's court, anyone's time to shine, and when you seize that opportunity, there's nothing more special, and to watch it unfold before your eyes is priceless.
Boy, she's hit 2 from the top of the key, 1 from the corner as a freshman. As the foul that time on Trelawney English Lurie, her second, 14th foul. Jackson gets the ball back on the inbounds pass, misses the shot. We're going to have it off. I think we got a foul on Sebastian River on the rebound. And yeah, that is the case.
There's a lot of contact down there on the layup. I'm surprised there wasn't a call at all down that way.
Martinelli gets her second foul, 17th foul, so we will have a 1-on-1 now for Nova with 30.6 seconds left here in the first half, and we'll have Bernadette Devaney, who had 5 points in the first quarter, hasn't scored in the second. She'll shoot the 1-on-1.
And for Sebastian, that's such a huge 3, because you take it from a 1-possession game to a 2-possession game, and obviously Coach Hively not happy about that 3, because you have a chance to tie it up before the half.
Free throw good for Devaney. She has 6, and 5 threes. 15 of Sebastian Rivers' 27 points in the first half have come from the three-point ball, as Devaney hits both. She has 7, and it's a 4-point lead again, 27-23.
And I believe she now leads Taylor leads all scorers with 9.
She does. That's correct. As Pound barely gets it ahead to Jones. Yep, Jackson has 7 now. Driving all the way in, layup no good for Jones. Loose ball put back up and in on the rebound. And that's Taylor Smith coming off the bench.
And they need a quick basket here.
Last 10 seconds of the first half. Devaney on the right wing, now with 5 seconds. Here's Kelly. Kelly drives up and is fouled. Kelly will shoot 2 as Nakia Jones couldn't get out of the way. That's her first foul.
If for nothing else, they'll hopefully get points on the board pending she makes these.
Jasmine Kelly will shoot 2. She has 2 points. 2.5 to go before halftime. 29-23, so it's a 6-point lead. So Sebastian River will have the lead going into the half, but like you said, Kelly can cut it to 5 or 4. She hits the first free throw. Now she can cut it to 4. But Sebastian will have a chance at the last shot. It will be a great chance, but they'll have a chance to throw the ball down the court.
Absolutely. One of the keys will be, one, to not let them roll it, and two, not foul them if they do try any sort of half-court shot, quick shot.
And the free throw's no good, and that's going to be tough. Jackson now, she's just going to dribble it out and not even bother, as that could have been a turnover. You never know. Nova could get a last shot at a basket there. So the end of the first half, 1 point lead for Sebastian River at the end of the first quarter, and at the half they lead Nova by 5. It's Sebastian River Sharks 29, the Nova Titans 24. Marty Palmer along with Clarissa Garcia here at the Class 7A semifinals. We'll take a break for halftime, come back with the second half. You're watching the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals from the Lakeland Center here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Why would we wait all weekend?
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Our score at the half of this first 7A semifinal in the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. Sebastian River Sharks leading the Nova Titans 29-24. Marty Ballman along with the coach Clarice Garcia back here courtside of the Lakeland Center as we take a look at the first half totals. Boy, good shooting for Sebastian River. 50%, 12 for 24, and 50% for three-point range, 5 of 10. Good job for the Sharks in the first half. Nova at 36%, 7 for 19, 33% for three-point range. Nova, though, is 8 of 11 at the line. Sebastian River yet to attempt a free throw. That's keeping Nova in the game there. And the rebounds right now are pretty even, 13 all, in fact. 5 assists for Nova, 6 for Sebastian River. Both teams with 3 steals and 4 turnovers. Really doing a good job taking care of the ball. Good numbers in the first half.
Absolutely. And if you're Sebastian, you are very proud of those numbers. The only thing you would really like to see is a few more rebounds and
get to the line.
The line. Absolutely.
Well, that's anyway, the pretty good first half considering. And again, if you'd like to get a DVD of this game or any game in the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals as a keepsake, reminder of what you saw, some memories for you, go to FHSAAsports.com. Again, that website, FHSAAsports.com, to buy a DVD of this and any broadcast in the girls basketball finals. Pound misses the shot in close, and Nova on the run and driving in. Khadijah Young, missed the shot off the glass. Good drive, but she couldn't get it to go. And the Sharks heading the other way. Nice pass to Pound, and Pound will lay it in. Good pass in by Mia Shepard who gets the assist. Pound has 8. It's a 7-point lead now.
And we saw that in the first half with Nova with that unselfish play, and that contributes to points on the board.
So a 7-point lead for the Lady Sharks. The biggest lead of the game, and traveling going to be called on Khadijah Young.
And one of the things Nova has to realize is that they are down, but they don't have to do it all in one possession. There is a sense of urgency, but it's not. It doesn't have to be, okay, we have to do it right this second.
No 7-point play, yeah, right?
Yep.
As far as I can tell, there's no 7-point play. I don't think that'd be possible.
There might be. I don't know.
Taylor across half court. Katie Taylor is double teamed, and she is fouled near the sideline. First foul in the second half goes on the Nova Titans. And they're going to get it on English Lurie. That's her 3rd.
When you figure out that 7-point play, though, I really want to know. That'll help me out.
Yeah. You have to get a technical maybe in there. I don't know. First minute now, under 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Sebastian River with a 7-point lead in the ball. Martinelli throws it away. I think she expected Brittany Jackson to cut to the corner, and Jackson instead went closer to her. There's nobody there.
Not only that, I know she has a player standing out of bounds off the court right there. And sometimes when you just see white, you just see white.
Oh, that's true.
That depth perception is a little off.
I think Mia Shepard may be a little banged up over there, working out or just tying her shoes. I don't know, but she was out of bounds. Good call. So didn't even notice that as Devaney.
I only speak from experience because I've seen it happen with my team.
Devaney misses the shot short. Here comes Pound the other way. Pound had it knocked away. Ball on the floor. It's loose. And Bailey comes up with the score. Bailey gets a steal and calls timeout. So that's a good play there. Good stop. And a good timeout.
Pass us the ball.
Yeah, I was trying. Well, I don't know. The ball earlier just came under here. I was like, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere under here. But timeout called by Nova as they were able to get the loose ball. So 6:27 to go, third quarter, early in the third. But already Sebastian River has extended this lead to 7. And again, we look at what they've done so far. Just the shooting percentage has been the key. Shooting right at 50 or near 50%. And they've been able to really hold on to the ball, do a good job moving in transition.
Absolutely, and one of the things there, they probably should have scored in transition there, but when you're in transition, you can't dribble the ball that many times because inevitably someone's going to come from behind and tip it, especially if you don't cross it over.
So it'll be Titans ball. Reminder, coming up at 4:30, we'll have our second 7A semifinal. Coach Garcia will stick around with Kelly Neff. We'll have Buchholz and Haines City. Gainesville Buchholz considered probably maybe the favorite in this class. 7A will take on Haines City Hornets. The two teams played during the season. Buchholz won that meeting, so they'll play for the second time here in the state semifinals. Nova on the right wing. This is English Lurie. Dribbles to her left. Now off to Jasmine Kelly.
And then what they need to do is keep their heads up because there's so much pressure ball side, weak side's wide open. And so if they can just find that, get it there, bait the defense to swing it around, they'll have higher percentage shots for themselves.
There's English Lurie now to Young, swings it over to Devaney. Now Devaney looking for somebody, now back to Young again.
And if Devaney could have gotten it to Bailey there, it would have been an easy mid-range shot because KP went out to defend the perimeter.
And then Kelly throws it away, but it ends up back in the hands of Nova. Kelly gets it back at the top of the key. Now back to Young. Boy, a lot of patience here. But now here's a three by Bailey. No good. Back of the rim. Rebounded by Pound. Quickly ahead to Katie Taylor. And now Taylor was thinking about a three. Now into the corner to Jackson. Cross-court pass, then shifted over into the corner to Martinelli. Back to Pound. Back out to a long two. It's good by Mercadia Jones. And, boy, that was a nice ball movement. And Sebastian River all of a sudden has a 9-point lead, 33-24.
Absolutely, and one of the things that KP does is she is a post presence for them, and it draws two defenders. And if you can't rotate out quickly, you are going to get a wide-open shot. And
that time it led to the open shot for Mercadia Jones, who has 4 points. And again, it's a 9-point lead, and Nova, they are running some clock now, even down 9. Kelly over to Devaney. They're running their sets, though. Bailey across to English Lurie, trying to get somebody open underneath to Young. She's double-teamed. And now back out top of the key. No, Bailey shifts it to Devaney. Open 3 left wing. It's short. But the rebound by Young, and she puts it back up and in.
Great rebound. Young did a great job of identifying, okay, this is on the other side. 9 times out of 10, that's going to go to the weak side, and I'm going to be there to get that rebound for my team.
Jackson beats the pressure, drives in, and scores right over Jasmine Kelly.
And Jasmine did all she could to try and get that charge. Great shifting, though. She definitely forced that pull-up jumper.
Jackson has 9. It's a 9-point lead again for the Lady Sharks, 35-26. As we approach 4 minutes to go, third period, Devaney, nice pass underneath, but Young has the shot, maybe partially blocked. But then Young puts her hand in and steals it. Back under the basket, lays it in. That's all Khadijah Young there. Stayed with the ball after she missed the shot, got the steal in the basket. She has 8 points.
And that just goes back to their focus. They are a very focused team, and they know what they're trying to do, and it takes a lot for them to get rattled.
There's a three by Martinelli. It's an air ball this time from the right wing. Rebounded again. Here comes Young ahead to an easy layup for Bailey. Zakara Bailey with 8 and out. Nova back within 5. Again, Nova pressuring in the backcourt. Katie Taylor dribbling across half court. And now she picked up her dribble. She'll have to give it back to Jackson.
And she picked up her pivot foot there. I'm surprised they didn't catch that, but I think the defense blocked that.
Jason Hively wanted to travel. He was signaling for it back there.
Definitely got away with one.
Now Jones to the top of the key. Here's Taylor. Taylor dribbling to the right wing. Now back to Martinelli. She looked like she was taking 3. Now that's a 2. Top of the key. It's no good. Right side of the rim by Jones, but the loose ball back to Martinelli. She'll try 3. It's an air ball. A little bit too high that time. Maybe a little bit of tired arms and legs that time on the Sebastian River side.
Absolutely, and if it's been consistent with what it was the first half, you know, the majority of the minutes are being played by 5 players. And once you get to this point in the season, even on the college side, you know, you get into your rotations, and they don't go very deep very often.
In fact, they've only had 6 players. Both teams have had 6 players score, but you haven't seen a lot of minutes, like you said, outside of the starting 5. Nicole Clark played 3 minutes. Katie Taylor 11, and she had 3 threes. And Taylor Smith, who's going to come back in, 4 minutes. That's pretty much it for the bench play for Sebastian River. We have a timeout, 2:51 to go, 2:54 to go in the third quarter. And it's a 35-30 lead for Sebastian River. And looking at the stats, Katie Taylor with 9 points, the leading scorer, tied with Brittany Jackson with the lead with 9 points for the Lady Sharks, 8 points for Katie Pound, and 4 points for Makia Jones, 3 for Michaela Martinelli, 2 for Taylor Smith. And on the Nova side, Zakara Bailey now with 8 points. Khadijah Young has 8. Bernadette Devaney with 7. Those are your leading scores for the Titans.
And one of the things you notice is that, you know, you need your role players, your non-starters to come in and contribute. And Sebastian River has that with 11 bench points as opposed to the Nova 2.
There you go.
And right there, you've got to be able to come in, do what you need to do, help your team out. And in spite of all that, it is now a 5-point game. So it's very exciting. You know, 2:54 left in the third.
And we've only had 1 foul called, knock on wood, here in the third quarter. So I probably just jinxed it. And now that will happen, too.
Inevitably.
Here's Kelly across half court for Nova, down 5. Devaney in the right wing. Devaney now gets it into the corner to English Lurie. Passes tipped, but it ends in the hands of Young, who drives in and scores. Nobody got in front of Khadijah Young. She has 6 in the period, 10 for the game, and now back within 3 are the Nova Titans that are just being down 9.
And they have been here. Last time they were down 3, they let a 3 get off. Oh, Lord.
There's Jackson again with an open 3. She missed it, though. Kelly tried to save it, and instead she threw it in the hands of Jackson, who lays it in. So.
And that is Cardinal Rule Basketball 101, never save the ball under your opponent's basket.
Because inevitably you're going to have an opponent there. It's 11 now for Jackson, and it's a 5-point lead again for the Lady Sharks, 37-32. We approach 2 minutes to go in the period. Devaney right corner.
And the most ideal would be, get 3 points on the board. Now you're only down 2 in this situation.
Devaney will drive and have her shot. Actually, that was a pass, I think, blocked away. It'll go out of bounds, stay with Nova with 1:49 to go. Our first, again, of 2 7A semifinals. 3 more games to come today. Tonight we'll move over to Class 8A, and Roger Dorio will join me for those games, the coach at Treasure Coast High School.
And that's quite historic. We've never had 8As in Florida. And
no, and we're 7 until this year.
Exactly.
So this is the first 7A semifinals we've had in basketball as well.
So it's quite the historic.
Yeah, it is a historic day. 7A and 8A. That's an air ball by Bailey from about 18 feet. Jackson quickly across half court. Now Pound from the left corner. She'll look to drive, and this is the layup. But the rebound put back up and in by Taylor Smith.
And again, you cut it to 3, and you have to know that you need stops and you need to score. Get it tied up. Give yourself an opportunity to take the lead.
39-32. It's a 7-point lead as Kelly top of the key. Now over to the right wing to Duncanson. Now Duncanson had it taken away, but it ends up in the hands of Young, and Young missed the shot underneath. Got knocked down, wanted a foul, no call. Ball out of bounds back to Sebastian River. 58.3 seconds, a little bit under a minute to go here, third quarter.
And I don't know if it's that the games are exciting, but they all seem to be going so fast. It's just
this one's moving pretty fast.
Probably for the lack of the foul calls.
Yep, that's true. Smith to Jackson, drives it in, scores, and draws the foul, and we have a foul on Nova, but a chance for a 3-point play as Brittany Jackson kind of take it over here in the third quarter. And the foul, only the second foul of the second half. It's the second on Nova, and it's the first on Bailey. And it's a 9-point lead and a chance for Sebastian River to take a 10-point lead, which would be the first double-digit lead of the game for either team.
Jackson attempts the 3-point play.
Jackson with 6 of the period, and the free throw is good. She has 7 in the third period, 14 in the game. It's a 10-point lead. 42-32 for Sebastian River.
And Jackson, she's ranked 10th overall and 40th nationally for her position.
Kelly across to Devaney. 3 deep is short, but Kelly gets the offensive rebound now, drives in and gets fouled, and that's the first foul of the second half on Sebastian River. Jasmine Kelly is going to shoot 2. And you mentioned Brittany Jackson heading to Georgia Tech.
She is, yes, and there are different scouting services, and those were on Dan Olson Scouting Services, 10th and 40th nationally. So
that's good any way you look at it.
Any way you look at it, if I'm Coach Joe at Georgia Tech, I am excited about this player coming into my program.
Yeah, they're having a good year again at Georgia Tech. That's such a tough conference too, as that is the third foul on Mia Shepard. First team foul of the second half. 42-32, and an inbounds pass coming up for the for Nova, pardon me. Titans will throw it into English Lurie. Now pulling up is Kelly. She misses about a 15-footer. Devaney with a rebound. She hits the bottom of the backboard with the left hand. Loose ball on the floor, and Pound comes up with it. Now Sebastian River can hold for the last shot, but instead Zakara Bailey fouls her.
And she did. She leaned in on her, and that's definitely not what you need in that situation. Trying to make the defensive play, stop her from getting up the court. Right in theory, wrong in execution.
Second foul on Bailey. The third team foul of the second half, so now we're getting a few fouls late in the third quarter.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come down to a situation where they need to foul, because then it's going to be foul before they get to the one-on-one situation.
Now 5 seconds ago. Nice pass to Pound. Pound missed the layup. And the loose ball ends up with Bailey, and boy, that would have made it a 12-point lead for Sebastian River. But instead, they do carry a 10-point lead into the fourth period. It's 42-32, Sebastian River leading Nova in this 7A semifinal, which you're watching here on the FHSAA network. The 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals from the Lakeland Center will return in just a moment.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Marty Paulman along with Coach Clarice Garcia as we come back to the Lakeland Center for the fourth quarter of this first 7A state semifinal game. Pardon me, I'm ahead of myself. 7A state semifinals, first of two here from the Lakeland Center on the FHSAA network. Sebastian River leading Nova 42-32. Coming up, Buchholz and Haines City. That'll tip off around 4:30, and then tonight we'll go into 8A semifinals. Someone named Taryn Griffey is going to play tonight for Dr. Phillips against Orlando University. So Ken Griffey Jr., we may see him. We saw him last year. He was here, so it was interesting. I turned around like, wow, it's Ken Griffey Jr. It's like, I don't usually get wowed by a lot of people, but Ken Griffey Jr. is one of those guys I'm just kind of like, that's impressive. So we'll see. That's tonight as Dr. Phillips will play Orlando University at 7. And driving in, it's a blocking foul. And again, if you want a DVD of this game or any game, the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals, go to FHSAAsports.com for a treasured memory of this game, any game this week and next week. And the boys basketball finals will have it as well. Just remember to go to FHSAAsports.com. First free throw good for Bailey.
Now, speaking of the games forthcoming, he's coming here because he heard you were broadcasting, right?
Well, that would be something. Maybe I'll get him to be the color commentator.
He's going to get your autograph.
My autograph? And unfortunately, as a member of the media, I can't do that. Hint, hint, right out, wink, wink. Here's Brittany Jackson on the run out over to Taylor Smith, and then they say it went off of Nova as both free throws were hit on the other. Actually, Bailey hit. She did hit both, pardon me. So it's 42-34. Bailey with 10. Nova now down 8. They've been down as many as 10. And Sebastian River has kept this lead the entire second half. Three-pointer no good by Mia Shepard. And a travel called on Taylor Smith. Are you sure he's not coming to get my autograph or yours?
Well, we could just ask him.
You're the coach. But
that was funny.
7:29 left.
And, Coach Amy, seated over there, composed. She's been preaching to her team, since the Region 3 7A championship. It's the first time ever, so the third time is the charm. And, she says it's taken a lot. A lot of these seniors have been starters since freshman year. And they work their butts off for this, and they're playing through some pain and working hard for it. And that's so consistent with what we see on the court. And
they're playing hard right now with a 8-point lead as driving in. Bailey on the baseline again. She's fouled. And now we see Nova start to get to the line a little bit. This will be the third foul on Sebastian River in the second half, and the personal on Katie Pound, her second.
Absolutely, because the worst thing that you could do right now if you're Nova is to be passive. You need to be aggressive, taking it to the rim, looking to draw fouls, score when the clock is stopped. Use that to your advantage.
And the free throw good. Now 11 for Bailey. And she's 3 for 3 at the line. By the way, Brittany Jackson hit the free throw late in the third quarter. That was still the only free throw attempt of the game for Sebastian River. They're 1 of 1. But they lead it by 7.
That has to be some sort of record.
I think teams can win without free throws, maybe, as the second free throw is no good. Maybe that's happened. No free throws made or attempted. Boy, Smith had it and then threw it away. Jackson wasn't quite ready for it. I think Smith was afraid she was going to lose the ball at half court.
She was not under control with that at all.
And that, by the way, only the 8th turnover, again, for Sebastian River. Only 5 on Nova. Both teams really have done a good job of taking care of the ball in this game.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that are key, because especially if you limit turnovers, then those points off of turnovers inevitably decrease as well.
So Nova ball, down 7. Here's English Lurie. And across court to Kelly. Out to Devaney. Kelly top of the key. Kelly with Katie Taylor on her. Kelly misses the shot. Rebound put back up and in, no good by Young. Young, another rebound, misses a shot underneath. And boy, bodies all over the place. Khadijah Young went down on the floor twice, couldn't get it to go.
And it is physical in there, and those guards do not care. They said, this is my ball, I'm coming up with it, and do whatever it takes to get that done.
There's another 3 try. Boy, it's good. That's the sharpshooter there. Katie Taylor.
How impressive is she?
4 threes in the game. 12 now. It's a 10-point lead again for Sebastian River. She can hit from everywhere. On the other end, try for English Lurie, no good, back of the rim for 3, rebounded by Brittany Jackson. And now we're under 6 minutes to go, a 10-point lead. Sebastian River inching closer towards a win, and we'll have a timeout as I guess Tara Amy didn't like what she saw. Offense a little bit out of sync, so Sebastian River will have 3 timeouts remaining. Nova also with 3 with 5:49 to go. And again, this game, we figured it'd be close, but we've seen Sebastian River take the lead and just kind of hold on to it. They led by 5.5, and then they had a 10-point lead there at the end of the half.
I think the last time it was tied was at 19, I believe.
Yep.
And closest they've cut it is to 3 at 2 different points. And both of those times, you know, they just can't overcome that 3-point hurdle. And, you know, when you look at it, it must be a little harder to overcome that hurdle than we think, you know, especially with how quickly Sebastian River plays the passing lanes, how quickly they get their hands on things, how quickly they get their shots off. So.
And that has been the key, and also the 3-point shot has been the key, as Taylor's hit 4, Martinelli's hit 1s, and Brittany Jackson's hit 1. So 6 threes for Sebastian River. Nova has hit 2. So right there, a 12-point difference and a 10-point lead. So that 3-point ball once again coming up big for the Lady Sharks. And Katie Taylor, the freshman, continuing to shoot well, averaging 6 points a game, coming in 12 points tonight, all on 3-pointers. She has had the hot hand tonight, and I don't think she's missed a 3. Nope, she's 4-4. So there you go.
And that absolutely contributes to their outstanding shooting percentage right now.
Inbounds pass into Jackson. She was in some trouble, able to come down with it as Sakara Bailey came out to try to take it away. Now Jackson to Pound. Pound will dribble in. Free throw line jumper is short. And the rebound ends up with Bailey. Bailey on the run now with a 2-on-2. Bailey around the defender, misses the layup. Loose ball ends up with Markia Jones. Fans wanted a travel, I believe, there. Now underneath the Pound. Pound around the defender, misses the shot, gets her own rebound. Put back no good, but she's fouled. KD Pound gets the offensive rebound. She'll shoot 2.
And that's quite telling. You know, they are, Sebastian River is out rebounding Nova right now. And this amount of time left, you have to get every single rebound if you are Nova.
Trelawney English-Lurie picks up her 4th foul. And at the line, shooting 2, is Pound, who has 8 points in the game. Leading scorer is 14. Brittany Jackson has 14. Katie Taylor with 12. Pound with now 9 for Sebastian River. And it's again an 11-point lead, 46-35 on the Nova side. Sakara Bailey now with 11 points, the leading scorer. Khadijah Young has 10. 2 in double figures. Bernadette Devaney also with 7.
Absolutely. And one of the main differences, I know, you know, we're talking about their 3-point shooting, and they were 5 for 10 in the first half, 1 for 6 in the second half. So they're not so successful with it, but they have still managed to maintain this lead.
Both free throws good. It's a 12-point lead now, the biggest lead of the game for Sebastian River, 47-35. Jasmine Kelly now off to Bailey. She'll try a 3, and Sakara Bailey hits it. Bailey has all 6 of Nova's points in the fourth quarter. 14 in the game, and again it's 47-38, and Nova will press.
It is 3 possessions. That's it.
Still with just under 5 minutes to go here in the game. Now 4:53 left as Jackson had it knocked away, but it goes right to Markia Jones. Jones to Pound. Pound will have about an 8-footer. It rolls in. Pound over the defender, gets it off the front of the rim and in, and it's now 12 for Pound, and again an 11-point lead, and Sebastian River another big basket when they needed it, following a Nova 3.
Absolutely, and she did just a very good job of getting position, establishing her presence in the post there.
Now Bailey crossed to English-Lurie. Lurie inside, and Jones around a defender, able to lay, Young lays it in. Khadijah Young gets the basket off the glass. Good move for her. She has 12. And then Young with a near steal. She tried to save it. She did. She's able to save it into Bailey. Bailey will try a 3. No good. Back of the rim. Loose ball, though. Rebound won by Kelly. Back to Young. Or a shot blocked, but a foul. Nope. NFL jump ball.
Yep.
Brittany Jackson came in and forced the jump. And that'll give it back to Sebastian River. Good job on defense by Brittany Jackson, who went right up with Khadijah Young and forced the turnover.
And they are being so aggressive on the boards.
4:05 left. Katie Taylor to inbound. She'll get it into Martinelli. Now back to Pound from Taylor. Cross-court pass. It's intercepted by Kelly. Kelly drives in, misses the shot. Young had the ball. That's going to be a travel. And that time Khadijah Young did everything she could, but she tripped over Jasmine Kelly. She couldn't help but do that. Her teammate was on the floor, and they called a travel on Nova. That would have been another big play as Nova had a couple of opportunities to cut into this lead. And now with 3:54 left, we have our media timeout. It's 49-40, Sebastian River leading Nova. Marty Paulman along with our coach Clarice Garcia. And again, Coach, good to have you here.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Your first time to be here for the state finals?
It is actually,
okay.
Yes. We were in DC as a team last year playing in an independent, end of the season independent tournament, which we won. So that was outstanding. But most of the schools that have gone that were independent are now in conferences now. So.
Are you looking at some point to get your school into a conference or
we
Palm Beach Atlantic?
Prayerfully hoping that will happen in the near future.
Okay. I know that's kind of the way to go now. It's really tough to be an independent in college sports.
Yep, and that's one of the things we do. We still are able to do. Being an independent is not the end of the world, and we tell the kids we recruit that. It's just you can still get into the NCAA tournament that way. You just have to be ranked in your region. So when everyone else has those buffer games, you have to come ready November 11th or whatever that start date is.
Well, Coach Garcia is the head coach of Palm Beach Atlantic University. We really appreciate her being here today for these state semifinals. And there's a steal, and that will lead to a layup by Bailey, and the pressure working for Nova. They're back within 7, 49-42. Bailey having a big quarter, already 7 here in this, actually 8 in the period, now 16 in the game. And now it's taken away again. Khadijah Young with a steal. Young dribbles to the left wing, now off to Kelly. Kelly drives the baseline up and around. Shot goes and a foul. Chance for a three-point play for Jasmine Kelly, and now all of a sudden a 5-point game with 3:26 to go, plenty of time to go.
And I'm so glad you said that, because there's more than enough time for them to take control of this game, and just their composure throughout has been completely consistent, and it's enabled them to stay within, no more than 12? No more than 12, and so it provides you this opportunity to close the gap.
That was 12 just a minute ago. Now it's 4.
Literally a minute ago.
It really was. As it's now a 4-point game, Sebastian River will take timeout. 3:23 left, 49-45. And you're right, a minute ago it was about a 12. It was 48-36, so a 9-1 run quickly for Nova makes it a 4-point game.
And the Nova Titan fans are quite energized.
Yes, they are.
They see a hope. They see a light.
A good crowd on hand for this first game of the afternoon. Expect we'll have a pretty good crowd for Buchholz and Haines City coming up in our second 7A semifinal. But in this game, Sebastian River has led back and forth most of the first part of the second quarter, but then Sebastian River pulled ahead. They led by 5.5. They led by as many as 12 in the second half, but now Nova, boy, they're putting on the pressure now, and it's working.
It is. 2-possession game with 3 to go. That is absolutely doable.
And they're forcing Sebastian River into turnovers left and right. It really hasn't been a problem for either team, but the last few times down, the Lady Sharks have struggled moving the ball up the court. Both teams, the fans both showing up here. Sebastian River in their blue and white, and Nova in their green and gold.
And we've got walkers raised overhead. We've got wigs in the house. It is that time of year.
There you go, yep. So it will be Sebastian River ball back to action as Jackson now across to Pound at half court. Pound will dribble across the line. Now over to Martinelli, almost lost it. Martinelli pass tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. Young picks it off. Here comes Young, 2-on-3. Young, nice fake up and over, tried to force the shot, and we'll have a blocking foul. Young almost made it, but she'll shoot 2.
And the only reason why that was a blocking foul, because she did a little Euro step there, because she got the defense to move just a hair, just enough for her to be out of a position to take a charge.
Smart play, too,
yes.
As she could have gone right at Brittany Jackson. Jackson picks up her second foul, 15 foul. But Young did have the presence of mind to move a little bit and pick up the blocking foul on Jackson, but she misses the free throw.
Because that would have been her 3rd foul.
Yes, that's correct. And the free throw no good for Young, though. She misses the first. She gets another one. 49-45, Sebastian River by 4. And the free throw rolls out. Boy, 2 big misses there for Young. Now Pound across half court. It's off to Makia Jones as we now have under 3 minutes to go. Brittany Jackson.
And this is now where you get in that defensive stance, and as a team you say, we need this stop. And if you are Sebastian, you say we need to be composed and not turn the ball over, not let them take control of this game.
Jones over to Jackson. Now Jackson asking Taylor to move closer. Now Jackson near half court. Now to Pound. Left wing, Pound will go to the other side of the court. Right wing, this is Shepard. Shepard will try a shot off the glass. It's no good. Loose ball on the floor. Goes back to Nova. Terry Amy didn't like the call. She is up on the official here. She was running down the sideline. That's going to be Nova ball.
I may or may not have done that before.
May or may not? Can't remember now, right?
I have that short-term memory issue. When
or just put it out of your head, right?
Like selective hearing.
Yeah. So it is Nova ball. Kelly now cross court to Bailey. Again, Nova down 4. Still plenty of time. 2:10 to go. Jasmine Kelly with Taylor on her, looking for a screen. Now to the left wing. Now top of the key. Bailey back to Kelly. Into the corner. Devaney for 3. In and out. Good look. Just doesn't go. And the ball tipped to Pound for the rebound.
That looked good. I was about to hold my hands up, and then I
would have made it a 1-point game. Yeah. Taylor across half court. Nice pass. The Shepard shot blocked from behind by English Lurie. Trelawney English Lurie almost came out of nowhere. I didn't see her.
Next thing we know, the ball's in the first row of the stands over there.
Taylor's gonna inbound. And into Shepard quickly now. Top of the key. Pre-try for Jones. No good. Back on the rim. Loose ball on the floor. It's tipped around, and Jones came up with it. And we've got a foul. No, they're going to call it on. I think Rakia Jones got the foul call.
There.
Or did they just say out of bounds?
I think they said out of bounds.
You're right. And Nova ball is Bailey was fighting with Jones over there. And Nova takes a timeout with 1:39 left. They have 2 remaining, and both teams out with 2 left.
And they were just in this situation almost at the 3-minute mark. You know, they've been able to now prevent Sebastian River from scoring. So, again, you know, time is of the essence right now. This is the same exact situation. You have to score here, you know, to make this an easier battle for yourself.
Well, we kind of had the feeling that this was going to get a little bit closer coming down the stretch, and sure enough it has, as Nova in this 4th quarter has outscored Sebastian River by 13-7 in about 6.5 minutes. So really it started with the pressure. They've also hit a couple shots. Bailey went to the line. She had 3 free throws. Kelly had a 3-point play. So they've been able to work it, get turnovers, and get back in this game quickly.
Yes, and that has been key, just being able to stay focused, stay the course, keep your game plan, and really just believe in your product. And they do, and that is their defense. And their defense has really sparked their offense right now.
Well, it's going to be Nova ball across the court from us. Looks like the banners come off already. That's going to happen. It happens every year. Somebody's going to run into that table. And, you know, it happened over here earlier, so we are on the opposite side of the court from the scorer's table here at the Lakeland Center.
So unesthetically appealing.
The George Jenkins Arena. I see this is the bottom of the table. All right, so Nova ball. Here's English Lurie. Over to Bailey now. Devaney swings it into the corner to Kelly. Kelly would dribble to the right wing, dribble at her left, now to Devaney again. Devaney being guarded by Jones.
English Lurie was jumping over there. She wanted the ball. She was wide open.
And now Kelly going to be tied up.
And favorable for Nova. It is their possession. It is in their favor.
So I guess not too bad there. English Lurie doing jumping jacks, wanted the ball, and they didn't see her.
And that's that pressure, that ball side pressure. You got to keep your head up, because if it's so great on one side, you have to know your teammates are open on the other.
Oh, and the pass tipped away by Taylor.
And I believe
Devaney will have to get it in the backcourt. Well, it was off Taylor. And then it's tipped away again. Whoop, missed it.
That was supposed to be for you.
I think I should have dove for that one. Good catch. I almost dove for it. So Nova ball.
We would have given you style points.
Good one, good one. All right, so Nova ball, as the ball's tipped out of bounds, it'll stay with the Titans. Devaney, as we approach 1 minute to go. Nova down 4. Devaney, top of the key, now across to a 3. There's Bailey from the left wing, no good, right side of the rim, rebounded by Jackson. Jackson on a run out. Jackson around a defender, and Jackson was fouled. The basket won't count. Yeah, she was fouled right about the free throw line. Bernadette Devaney is going to pick up her first foul, and now with 50.8 to go, Jackson's going to actually, it's only the 15th foul, so show the ball out of bounds.
That's quite favorable, because if if they were in the bonus, then she would be shooting right now, and they don't need to allow them to score when the clock is stopped.
So Shepard will inbound, gets it quickly into the corner. Jones going to try a three. It's short. And that was a quick trigger, rebounded by Bailey. They had time. They could have run off there. Ooh, Bailey almost lost it, almost a travel. Now she'll have to throw it cross court to Devaney. Devaney will dribble in from the right wing to the baseline. Now back to a three for English Lurie. In and out, no good. And Pound of the rebound. And now with 30 seconds to go, Nova needs to foul, and they do. And Young picks up her third. And boy, Nova had a couple of opportunities the last two possessions. The three went in and out, and now Sebastian River hits some free throws. They're going to move on to the 7A state championship game.
Absolutely, and that's the thing about Sebastian is that they have maintained what they do well as well. You know, even though they're up 4, you know, they haven't let them cut it to anything less than 4 right now.
Yeah, that's the closest Nova's been after being down 12, and that's as close as they've gotten with 27.1 seconds to go. Nova takes timeout. 1 to go. Actually, Sebastian River apparently took the timeout, so they have 1 remaining. Nova with 2. So we have 27.1 to go.
And we've had the same score pretty much since a little over 3 minutes, so I don't know if that's telling of the defense or we're just not knocking down shots, but it's been pretty much the same score, but I think it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, they're right, as Nova has had a couple of opportunities. And, of course, the other problem now, only 16 fouls. They have a foul to give. They still need to foul in order to put Sebastian River at the free throw line. And Sebastian River with 5 fouls doesn't really matter at this point with a 4-point lead, but Nova will need to foul quickly here and try to put the Lady Sharks of Sebastian River at the free throw line.
And should it come down to it, Sebastian wouldn't, if it were a jump ball situation, they don't need to call a timeout because it is their jump ball, and so they wouldn't lose the timeout there.
Yeah, possession arrow pointing towards the Lady Sharks. So inbounds pass. Ooh, Jackson almost had it stolen by Kelly. No, it is Nova ball. Kelly knocked it off of Brittany Jackson. So there we go. They force a turnover on the inbounds pass.
And this is exactly where you don't want to let them have the ball because you're in prime scoring position right here underneath your own basket.
So Kelly will inbound. Throws it into Young. Young now to the free throw line, driving up under a floater, hits the front of the rim. Taylor had the rebound. Loose ball ends up with Jones. Now Jones at half court. And Nova will need a foul. They don't foul. Taylor had to Pound, and Pound will lay it in. 14 for Pound. And that's going to outdo it. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and Sebastian River is going to win the game. Long three by Kelly's an air ball, and that's 0.8 of a second to go. But Sebastian River could celebrate as Terry Amy quickly gets her team off the court, celebrating even though there's less than a second to go. Jason Hively say, hey, can we get a technical? But, you know, that would help his team, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think the players didn't realize that the clock hadn't run out. 0.8 of a second left.
I think for purposes of sticking to the rules, you're supposed to, but...
Yeah, I don't think there was anything like ignorant there going on. So, and of course they want to celebrate. Inbounds pass is thrown in, and that is their ball game. So the Sebastian River Lady Sharks making their first ever appearance in the FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. We'll move on to the state championship game. They'll play tomorrow afternoon at 5:05 against the winner of our upcoming game between Gainesville Buchholz and Haines City. Our final score, the Sebastian River Sharks 51, the Nova Titans 45. Coach Garcia, it's good meeting you. Good to work with you. Enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. We had too much fun. They're not going to let us do this anymore.
We'll have some fun with Kelly. Kelly Neff coming back. It will be a lot of fun as well, as he will bring you Buchholz and Haines City coming up in just a moment. But our final again from the Lakeland Center in this Class 7A semifinals, Sebastian River Sharks 51, the Nova Titans 45. For Clarice Garcia, I'm Marty Palman. So long, and remember, if you want a DVD of this game, go to FHSAAsports.com or any game in the 2012 FHSAA Girls Basketball Finals. So long for now from Lakeland.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.